Coming up in this episode of Degenerate Watch.
Have you got a driver's license on you?
I'm not giving you.
You're not giving. You're refusing.
If you want to take me for it, I will sue you. You don't know the law?
On Garda Síochána, 294.
No, let me see your address.
Sorry, sir, excuse me. You do not have the authority to ask me that. However, this is the police force in Ireland, and we have the authority to ask you your name and your address.
What is up, guys, and thank you for joining me for another episode here on Degenerate Watch. I hope you're all having a fantastic day out there. In this episode, we're going to see how you can take a completely innocent and run-of-the-mill situation, flip it on its head and have it end in you getting arrested. But this video today really shows how your attitude towards other people you're interacting with can really make or break how the situation ends up turning out. So let's take a look. I'll tell you my thoughts and opinions, and you let me know yours down below in the comments. So allow me to set the scene for everybody. We're currently outside Killarney Garda station in County Kerry, and our cameraman is going to visit his friend's apartment, which is directly across the street from the Garda station. When he parks his vehicle on the street, he goes up to pay for his parking. Upon arriving at the machine, he finds this scene that you're now looking at on screen. Someone has jammed what looks like a copper into the slot, probably a 5 cent, and it's got jammed, so the machine is practically out of order. The man said he tried to free the other coin, but to no avail. So he's now faced with a dilemma about what to do. So he decides to go to his friends anyway and take this photograph of the parking meter just as proof in case he gets a parking ticket. But then he has second thoughts and decides maybe he should record a video. And that's where the trouble starts.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Now, what I believe could be a possibility here is that that lady in the car that pulled up has just come out of the Garda station. Now, whether she be an off-duty Garda going home from her shift, or whether she be a civilian that works at the Garda station. So obviously the strike-up conversation, she asked him was he okay, to which he replied he was, and then she asked him was he recording the Garda station. So you can understand if she came out of there, her train of thought. But then to that question, he completely shuts down point blank. Now, I know there's going to be people that are going to say, but he doesn't have to tell her anything. And that's true, but think about it this way. What's about to come in the rest of the video could have been avoided if he had simply said, the parking meter's out of order, I'm taking a little video in case I get a parking ticket. That probably would have been end of the story.
Hello? How's it going?
Good.
What's your name?
Why?
Why? Because you were filming and taking photographs of guards and people going in and out of the Garda station. You got a complaint about it.
Is it a crime?
You can't be filming people in and out. I'm asking you your name, sir.
I'm not giving you.
You're not giving me your name. Why not?
Because I'm not committing any crime.
Pardon?
I am not committing any crime.
But you can't go around filming and videoing people.
What law is that?
So I have issue with what she's saying here because it's actually incorrect. There's no law in Ireland that prohibits public photography. But in terms of this situation here, this guy was only recording a parking meter on the street, so yeah, it's nothing big. It was his actions that led to this situation here, and I'd agree that if a citizen makes a complaint to the Gardaí, then yeah, I'd expect they'd go out and investigate what's going on. The final point that I'll make is the fact that he made the mistake of going over and sitting into his car. Now that the fact that he's in a motor vehicle in a public place, under the Road Traffic Act, they can ask him for his driving licence. And unfortunately on this particular day, this gentleman doesn't have a valid tax disc on display.
So now...
You don't even know your law?
Yes, it is actually an offence to drive a car without
And you, I'm making it... Have you got your driving licence with you?
Why are you here?
Because you have...
We got a complaint from a member of the public that you were videoing and taking photographs of people coming in and out of the Garda station.
Is it an offence to video?
And I'm asking you for your driving license.
I'm not giving you.
You have no tax on your vehicle. That is an offence.
What?
You have your taxes out since the 6th.
So you don't even know the date?
It's the 6th, 2018.
And so, a man
it is now
is this
July.
not out?
It's now.
Yeah, no,
July.
you pay this month. You don't know the law?
Yes. Have you got a driver's license on you there?
I'm not giving you.
You're not giving. You're
No.
refusing.
I'm refusing. You know why I'm refusing? I am refusing because you have no legitimacy what you're doing right now.
Sir, we got a complaint from a member of
I
the
don't
public.
care about your complaint.
Well,
I don't care. Is that why you're here?
So now,
Are you here
It's
because of
also
that?
part of it. No,
no, I'm asking
Okay.
you. I'm making a demand. I'm making a
Get away,
demand
you don't know what to
for
say.
your driving license.
You don't even know, huh?
I'm making a demand for your
I'm
driving
telling you that I'm not giving you. I'm refusing because you are illegally here right now.
illegally here.
Illegally here because you are here to harass me.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. You are here to
We're
harass me.
illegally
Yeah.
harass you.
Yeah, you are. No, you're here to harass me.
I'm
This
not,
is a
here to,
harassment.
I'm not here to harass you.
Okay.
We can do things very easily. I ask you for your name.
I am telling you because of you don't have legitimacy what you're doing right now.
Put your taxes out. So now
My
I'm
taxes
asking
out? What do you mean? Yeah, do I not have this money? If you know the
No,
law,
you don't.
I have this money to
Oh,
pay.
I know them.
I have already
You
paid.
obviously don't know.
I have already paid.
You cannot.
I have already paid for the tax.
All right.
Can you prove it? Show me the receipt.
This clip was recorded sometime in July 2018, and the gentleman's tax disc ran out at the end of June 2018. You typically don't really get any hassle unless your tax is over a month out of date, but he claims he's already paid for the tax and he's just waiting on the disc to come in the post. So while the female Garda was talking to him, the other Garda seemed to spot an issue with one of the guy's tyres. So that's why you're seeing this text on screen now. The guy's saying he passed an NCT 3 months prior with 4 new tyres. But then again, we can only take his word for that. And he's accusing them of engaging in a fishing expedition. He also says name and address and date of birth isn't needed for a fixed charge notice, but sure, they need to know where to send it, don't they?
You don't
Because
have to. No,
it
that's
is
fine.
after
That's up
next
to yourself.
month.
You're wasting your time. Front right tire is bald. Your front left tire. If you want to see this,
Are you for NCT?
no. Your front left tire.
Whatever
is
you
bald.
want to do, I don't want to talk to you again.
Do you want to see your tire?
I don't even want to talk to you again.
Well, we're telling you these offences. Now we've made the lawful
Because
demand
you-
that you produce your driver's license.
I'm telling
and you're
you-
telling us you're refusing to produce it.
Because well,
No,
you're
no,
here.
I don't
And I'm
care.
not-
You're refusing.
So, sir, have you got proof that you taxed your car recently? Have you proof?
You came here because of my
Okay.
video.
Okay.
Right
I'm
now,
asking you, have you got your driving license?
I'm not showing you.
And I'm asking you, have you proof that you taxed your car recently?
You.
Have you got proof? You're
You
not
came
showing
here.
me.
You came here because you saw
Why
me.
were you videoing?
Because you saw me
Okay.
videoing. I'm videoing. Is it a crime? You should be ashamed.
Ashamed?
Yeah, you should be ashamed that you are
I'm not
here
ashamed of
to
anything.
harass somebody for videoing
I'm not.
in public.
I'm not ashamed.
Did I
I'm
come
not
to your
ashamed.
Garda station? Did I
People
come to
come
your
to
Garda?
the guard station to make complaints in
Listen,
confidentiality.
look.
They don't need to.
Look, there is dash cam here. Can you also
Dash cam.
cite me for that?
Doesn't matter.
Can you also? Don't you have CCTV everywhere?
I'm not. We're not
Don't
talking to you
you
about
have-
the C. We're
don't
not
you
talking to
have
you about your dash
CCTV?
cam or your CCTV.
So?
I'm making a demand for you to produce your
I'm
driving
not,
license.
I am telling you, I'm telling you, authority, that you are illegally here, and therefore I'm not producing it. You know, if you want to take it forward, I will sue you.
Sue me.
Yeah, I will.
You can sue me all you want, sir.
Okay, so I'm just telling you now.
You can sue
that
me all you want.
I have a suitcase. I put it in a blanket. I rest my case.
I
Have you
want
got?
to
Have
be
you identification
left
on?
alone.
Have you identification on you, sir?
Tell me your identification.
On Garda Síochána, 294.
No, let me see your
That's-
address. Where you live?
I don't. You
So
don't.
my-
Sorry,
you
sir.
don't have
Excuse
the
me.
authority.
You do not have the authority to ask me that. However,
you do not have the authority to ask me that. If I'm going to commit a crime.
this is the police force in Ireland, and we have the authority to ask you your name and your address.
I'm not going to do this.
Well, then we have no other choice, but we have to bring you to the Garda station. Want to lock your
I
car?
will sue you. You can sue us. You hear that?
That's your option.
You're refusing to give us your name and address.
So just before I give my final analysis and verdict on the situation and tell you guys what happened after, I just want to show you some more footage involving the same gentleman. So for this clip we're going to fast forward from the previous incident 3 years to March 2021. Our friend seems to have got into another spot of bother, this time at a guarded checkpoint. I apologise for the audio quality here, especially to anyone listening through headphones. I needed to leave the volume up a bit so you could hear the conversation, so I do apologise.
Not really, because in fact you decided to turn a camera on me.
Yeah, I have the right to do
Why?
that. Because I don't want it to be that when you don't go somewhere else, you change the word, you think you say that. All the people
Sorry.
All the people
Just okay. Wait, on camera, can you say, do you have insurance? Where's your insurance policy?
Well, I'm recording it for my own protection.
What protection are you?
I don't want to. I have been lied against before by a guarder. I have been lied against before by a guarder.
Lied against before?
Yeah, by a guarder.
I don't you haven't appeared on our system to me, so you haven't appeared on our system.
Well, I won.
Huh?
I won.
You won?
Yeah. He lied, but the other people, they thought he was lying. I don't want to say the name of the guarder.
For what offence?
I will not say it.
Does anyone else get the impression that things were going swimmingly here until he pulled out that camera? Now he says he's doing it, as they all say, for their own protection and to make sure there's nothing said and he said, she said this, it's all proven on the camera. And he alludes to previous bad experiences with the Gardaí, and I wonder, is he referencing the incident we just seen earlier? But as we seen in the first incident, I think it's his defensive attitude that gets the guards back up here.
Look, I've been talking, this thing will be saying is on the, is being recorded. Okay? Since we'll be talking, the camera will be on all the while.
Okay, that's fine. Just for your camera.
Am I going to be arrested or whatever you want to do now?
When have I ever said you're going to be arrested, Victor?
Then let me go. Let me go.
Excuse me. Listen to me. You came up to a checkpoint.
Yes,
with no insurance discount.
And I told you the condition. This
yes,
okay. Just a car that is just the box.
Can you let me speak? Or are you just going to keep
I want to piss, and you're saying you don't look. Yes, camera. I want to piss. He's been holding me. He's punishing me because I'm not bowed down to him.
Bow down to you? When did I say bow down to me?
But
I seized the car for section 421 of the Road Traffic Act for no insurance. Alright? You can take whatever possession you want out of the car. I'll take the key there.
He is saying he wants to seize this car despite the fact that I'm proving, and I've told him.
Section 421 of the Road Traffic Act, it's been seized for no insurance. Okay?
For no insurance. I told you I have insurance. I told you give me 10 days according to the policy. According to the policy.
For your other car.
According to the insurance policy of Ireland and the Garda regulations, I have 10 days to be given to provide my insurance to the Garda station of my choice. And I'm telling him that give me the option to provide my insurance within 10 days. But he is not doing it.
A few moments later.
Look, I will say for the record, I am asking for the 10 days because usually Garda can give me 10 days to provide the car. And he's saying, because I'm not bowing down, I don't know, I've been talking in the...
Never asked you to do anything for me. All I asked you to do is prove you have insurance.
I have given you my document, and I gave you my license.
He goes on to say he's filed a complaint with GSOC, which is the Garda Síochána Ombudsman Commission. And he says that he has no confidence in GSOC either, because they've always found Garda members not in breach. And you'll notice the words numerous other complaints, so he seems like he's a serial complainant. And speaking of complaints, I'll tell you what happened when he put in a complaint to GSOC about the earlier incident in Killarney that we watched. GSOC investigated the man's claims, and after concluding the investigation found the Garda members not in breach and no further action was taken. From what I can gather, he's trying to take civil legal action against those Gardaí and has a GoFundMe page set up. I don't know how successful that will actually be, but I can't really see in my own opinion the judge taking his side. After he was arrested that day, he was brought into the Garda station like you seen, and afterwards he was released without charge, probably after giving his details and probably explaining what was going on outside in the first place. And let's be honest, all of this could have been avoided if he just had said to that lady, I'm just videoing the parking meter so I don't get a ticket. It would have just saved all of this bother, and he wasn't giving nothing away. He's not working for the CIA or MI6 or Mossad. It's the same with the frauditors. When they're asked any questions, they go on like they're secret agents. He could have even told the guards that when they were speaking to him at his car. and they would have never went on their fishing expedition, as he said. What do you think, Billy? Cheers, Billy. In the second incident we watched, he had his vehicle seized off him for having no insurance disc on display because the guard wasn't satisfied that he had an insurance policy. The gentleman went on to explain in his video, which was quite long, and I only kept in the part that had actual footage in it. But he was speaking to the camera saying that he had went out of his way to make sure that he had valid insurance on the car on both his own policy, and he took out a separate policy just for that day for the car to drive it home. He says he bought the car a week previously from a garage on Dundeel, which is a classified ads website. But from what I can gather from the conversation is that he had the documents on him for his existing insurance policy and he had no disc in the window of this car. So if you can't prove to them on the side of the road that you have a valid insurance policy for that car, then they can't let you drive on. What happens if you have an accident just down the road or something? For example, if you had no disc in the window but you had a document saying that you were insured on that car, then they might say to you, I want you to produce the disc in 10 days at a local Garda station. But if he's of the opinion that you have no insurance, he can't let you do that. The guy's main gripe that he went on about in his video was that the guard only decided to seize his car after he turned on the camera. And he points to the fact that the Garda said, oh well, now that you've turned the camera on me. I think what could have happened was the guard got his back up because the guy was becoming so defensive and maybe he got a bit suspicious then. I'll also add that that checkpoint that they were conducting was to enforce travel restrictions during the pandemic. So they had more to be doing with their time than arguing with him on the side of the road, so he probably says, I'm going to get nowhere with this guy, we're seizing the car, I don't think he has insurance, end of story. There'd be a lot less aggro in both incidents if he had to just calm down a bit and had a bit more civility. If you're going to be agitated and aggressive with people, then they're not going to play ball with you. And also the first incident goes to show you how important communication is. If he had just communicated to the first lady, that would have never happened. And possibly he might have had a different attitude when he came across this Garda in the second incident. So that's my take on that. I think a lot of it was self-inflicted. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that one, and definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and I'll try to get back to as many people as I can. And as always, don't forget to smash that like button as it really helps the channel out. Some videos coming up soon on the channel to look out for our Road Rogues Volume 8, which will be a dashcam special. I'll be showing some scams that go on that can be prevented by having yourself prepared with a dashcam. I'll also be showing the dashcam that I use and showing a few clips from that also. We'll also be taking a trip to the United Kingdom where a guy is kicking off outside a supermarket just before closing time. And I'll also have an update on the fundraiser that we were doing during the month of October. So definitely keep your eye out for those videos, and if you're not subscribed to the channel already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you enable all notifications so you never miss out on a new video here on Degenerate Watch. Links to our social media are down below in the description. Follow us over there to keep up to date on everything happening on the channel. And also there's ways down below, if you like what we do here and you'd like to help support the channel, there's a link in the description for that too. I hope to have some exciting announcements in the month of November on the channel, including when our merch will be dropping, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'll be back again soon with another video, but if you can't wait till then, don't forget to check out one of the videos that will be appearing on screen soon. Until then guys, stay safe, take care, peace.